So, what's the point of the Royal Guard? Do they actually serve a purpose? Other than basic tasks like delivering messages and such, they haven't seemed to help that much, especially in the field of protecting the princesses, which is kind of their main goal. Makes you wonder why there's so many of them in the first place. You guys remember when Canned Cream visited my channel, right? Well, a couple weeks back, he posted a video about this very subject. Even though protecting the princesses is their one goal, every time some big danger arrives, they're practically useless. And he makes a good point. We have seen some real incompetence from these guards. Cece also came up with the possibility that Celestia is so loyal to her subjects, she'd rather put herself in danger than risk even one of her guards. Yeah, it sounds self-defeating, but that would just go to show how dedicated she is to her people. I encourage you guys to check out his video. It's very insightful, but I want to take it a step further. What if the guards aren't supposed to do anything? Although they look daunting, maybe that's what they're meant to do. Stand there with a weapon and look powerful. Now you're probably asking why. It does look like these guards have little to no training at all, but if this is true, why would they be there in the first place? I mean, paying all those guards alone would cost a fortune, especially if they're paid to just stand there. Well, what if I told you the very fate of Equestria depended on those guards standing there? Maybe that's a little extreme. What I'm saying is, I think the Royal Guard is a form of propaganda. Basically, the guards are meant to make Canterlot look well protected. The condition of any nation's capital says a lot about that nation as a whole, and Equestria is no exception. Outside nations looking in would observe a massive, loyal army, trained and ready to fight to the death. As you can imagine, this would greatly discourage any invasion from taking place. On a domestic level, think about how having a Royal Guard improves the national image and national pride in the minds of Equestrian civilians. They would also feel more safe, knowing that if danger reared its ugly head in Equestria, there would be a force to counter it. In reality, their real source of protection actually comes down to the main 6 Sword of Princesses, and Shining Armor that one time. Speaking of Shining Armor, the captain of said guards, if all this is true, what's his job? Making sure everyone looks especially fierce? That seems unlikely, given the amount of stress he was under in a Canterlot wedding. If the Royal Guard is just as Mickey Mouse as me and CC have made it out to be, then why would being their captain be such a time-consuming pain? So much that Shining Armor can't even tell his own sister about the wedding. While this definitely puts a damper on my theory, remember that Shining was also in charge of Canterlot's force field, which is actually as strong as it looks. Upon receiving that threat, not only would Celestia request an increase in their Scarecrow army, but she would make sure that there is an actual source of protection, which explains the force field. Now, I'm not saying the guard is totally useless, just look at the guards that are actually guarding, like for entrances and such. They were also put to good use in that search party for Celestia and Luna in the Season 4 premiere, but for the most part, I'm pretty sure Celestia recruits more guards than necessary, just to make Equestria look stronger. Now, all that's cool, but the real question is, why do they all look the same? Now, before you go typing the animators got lazy or something along those lines, you're missing the point of overanalyzation. What if there was some sort of magical spell to make every member of the guard look like one of 2 basic models? Spare the extra wings and horns, of course. By applying this spell to a group of different looking stallions, what you get is a much more threatening, unified army. Uniformity has been used in our world to show unity and power. Part of it is subliminal, but what it all comes down to is mental warfare, using brains over brawn to prevent invasions. This makes Celestia look a lot less foolish and a lot more genius, but who knows if I'm actually right. What do you guys think? Leave your thoughts in the comments. If you're wondering why this video was posted on a Thursday instead of a Wednesday, I announced earlier this week that my new uploading schedule would be Thursdays instead of Wednesdays. Reason being, Wednesdays weren't really working out in my schedule. Well, now you know. So, until next time, this is the Brony Notion, signing out until next Thursday. Signing out until next Thursday. Brohoof. Something's not right about this. Alicorns.